Okay. It looks like I'm going to paint a picture. Good. Put my little microphone on, and I can see your comments there. I think I've got it set up right. I've done a bit of work on it. I'm going to paint a picture. I don't know what it'll be. Someone wanted some trees. I'll try and paint a picture that has different trees than the old gum trees that I paint all the time. Try something different. That's a funny looking brush. I've been away for a while. My stuff is in a mess and I haven't painted for some time. Down here I have some paint at the bottom of the palette. I'll use that, but also I've got this little gadget. Let's see if it works. I can change these over and you can see what's going on the other side. So on the palette, which is the other camera. I don't know it's working, but I'll find out in a minute. Well, it's a bit slow. It's not going to show me. Okay, we'll stay with this for a minute. Let's paint away the sky. Plenty of undercoat, actually a lot of paint. Make sure you put a lot of paint on, not just a little bit, a lot of paint. Get it on there. Get it on a lot of paint and over to my other old palette. And we'll bring the skyline down low. There. So you always have a white sky at the bottom, rather blue at the top. So what I've got there is titanium white in acrylic with a lot of hairs coming out of this old brush. It's okay, all done. Then we'll pick up some blue. I'm picking up Windsor blue, which is similar to the phthalo blue. I'll blend it into the corner and then move across towards the middle. Then, this is the important thing, don't keep washing your brush. You don't need to wash your brush. The brush is going really well, so let's just clean it on a rag or on a piece of paper like I'm doing and load it again with the dark blue, and we'll start back in the corner. If you're there watching me and you want to say hello, because I'm just practicing here to get this streaming thing happening. And I've been away for a while, but now I'm back, I might be able to really get into it. I've left the bottom of the sky very pale, which is still white actually. I better use another brush because that one's dirty. And we'll pick up a little bit of raw sienna, put it in there, and then a little bit of crimson above it. Now those colours are going to go up into the sky. That's not the sky there, the sky's up here. So I've unloaded it there just to see if the brush works. It's not too bad. More raw sienna up there. And that'll give us a glow in the sky. So there's the glow in the sky, but I do want white in the middle, about there. Okay, that's that sky. Now I want to see why that doesn't go over, because I want it to go over so you can see the palette. That didn't work, did it? Let's see what happens. There's a delay. Yeah, there's a delay. It's not going over to see the palette. Well, that's a pity. That is a pity. You're going to have to find the mouse and do it manually. I did have what's called a hotkey. Let's get rid of that. And we'll go over to scene 2, which is that one. Now you should be able to see the palette. Good, good. Now on the palette, taking my knife, and over here I have, oh look at that. I don't know what that was. Our cobalt blue, crimson and raw sienna. They're the main colours to make our grey. And the bulk of the grey is this here, which is the cobalt blue. Take a bit of crimson, not much, just put it in there, a bit of crimson and a little tiny bit of cobalt blue and mix them together, and that'll make a grey. There's a really special way of doing this. I'm going to let that get into the Windsor blue, it doesn't matter. The special way is put a lot of red at the bottom. Yep. Get that red down the bottom. And then put the raw sienna right through it so it doesn't go purple, it goes grey. Then you'll see we've got blue grey and a red grey. So you use the blue grey in the distance and the red grey when it comes close. I'm going to pick those colours up and put them on the bottom of my board over here, and then I'm going to try and go back to where we were. No, I need to do it with the mouse. Okay. I can work out how to work the mouse. There to go, there it is. And we're going back to scene 1. I'll get this going properly sooner or later. Okay. I need those hotkeys to work properly. I think it's too far to the big computer with my my blue Wi-Fi thing. Okay, let's get into it. Red grey. Okay, in the sky we use a reddy grey. There's our clouds. That's the colour we're going to use for clouds. And we'll make the clouds rather dramatic. I'll pick up some white, the edge of my finger. That's why I'm wearing my gloves today. You can't trust these paints. You can't trust anything these days because they might make you sick. And if they don't make you sick and you do get sick, you'll always wonder whether the paint did it to you. There's an easy way to paint clouds. Don't do it with a bare hand, please. There. Now that's got our sky looking interesting. Now remember to take your clouds, if they're going to stop, don't stop them right on the edge of the board and let them come off onto the masking tape, because clouds don't shape themselves perfectly to fit on your canvas. There's our clouds. Under the clouds we want some nice white sky, so it'll attract your eye from a long, long way away from right down the paddock. Where'd my blue go? There. A little bit of that blue, just to get light colours in the middle of the sky. We don't really want light colours right across the sky. There, so that's a pretty good sky. If I find a soft brush, I'm doing this, remember now this brush is too soft to paint with, but it's okay to paint over here. And what's happened lately is they've brought out this new fan brush, and it's very soft and you can't make grass with it. So if you're buying a fan brush, just be careful it's not a really soft one like this. I think it's like a shaving brush. I think I might use it later. Okay, here we go. Mountains. Find a good mountain brush that you enjoy using. A bit of cobalt blue. I'll pick up a bit of cobalt blue out of that purple we made, because cobalt blue is a good colour for distant mountains. What sort of mountains we have today? Let's have some really exciting mountains. Okay, something like this. And might put some snow on them even. In mountains, something like that. If you're going to put snow on your mountains, just put a little bit on. Pick up the white. The snow will make the colour there. The snow on one side of the mountains is dark, and on the other side of the mountain, clean the brush, it's bright, which gives you this shadow. So you've got mountains that are light and dark, and like there's bits of shadow there, bits of snow here and there. So with your snow on the mountains, there's snow that's in the sunlight and the snow that's not in the sunlight. So that gives you the perspective. That's some distant mountains. Let's have some closer mountains. Mountains get darker as they come closer. That's a little bit too dark. I'll scrub it in. Scrub it in. They can disappear over there somewhere. In the distant mountains there. Okay, I'm not going to go too much trouble. Yeah, and yeah, I'm more interested in getting this live streaming happening. Mountains, okay, they can flow like that, but it usually is a good idea to give them a bit of character. There's not much character in those mountains. So something here. That'll do. For our ground, I just have to it. First brush I've picked up was a round brush, so we're going to have to use a round brush. And distance. Raw sienna is a good colour for distance. Anything darker comes towards you too much, and across the raw sienna you rub some white. You get that long distance. That's a long, long way away. Good. And of course, reds are in the foreground and darks in the corner to catch your eye and bring it into the picture. I don't know what this is going to be. We'll find out in a minute. and more white. Well, I've used all that white up. There's some more. I just want some white in the middle so your eyes looks at here and then wants to look at the middle. Okay, let's leave it like that for a moment. Trees. Along the back there we can have some trees. And trees are all light and dark. I'm going to put them in rather dark and then we'll change them later. Put some light on them. There, I'll use the blue. I'm using the red purple. I'll use the blue grey. The red grey, blue grey, blue grey. Colour there, a few more trees there. Here, okay, bring it up at the edge. Don't have anything exciting on the edge of the painting. If you're going to have something exciting, have it in the middle of the painting. Those trees are on there, you can hardly see them. It's okay. Squinting, because if it looks okay when you're squinting, it looks okay. That'll do. But they do need, just picked up some raw sienna and yellow. I'll put it down there, you see, and that'll make a rather dull, boring grey and a little bit of green because there was some raw sienna and yellow together and the grey on the brush. And those trees, just a little bit of character, a little bit of sunlight on the top, not much because they're a long, long way away, and we don't want to be trying to see the detail. You don't see detail at that distance, you just see what's there, and sometimes you can't quite see it. Okay, now on all paintings it's a good idea to do this. Pick up a little bit of white and run it in the middle. You see how that attracts your eye immediately to the middle of the painting. It's got to be flat, no curved down edges. Only in the middle. I'll destroy my yellow, but that's alright. I'll make sure it's darker on the edges. I don't want that white on the edge. And darker on the edges, so the middle will come by some bright sooner or later. There we go. Okay, see your eyes attracted there. Now, I could turn that into grass. Any brush will do. There's a nice clean brush. Clean them all up later, and that'll change it all into grass. Let's have a closer look. Let's see what happens here. Here. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, my new invention. There. You see? Just grass. You don't have to have a fancy fan brush or anything else. If it doesn't look right, we'll put something over the top. I don't want it going dull here because I don't want you looking at the edge of the painting very much. But I'll keep that nice bright spot in the middle there. And across this side. Where are we? Right over here. Okay, grass. Big grass in the corner. And across the other side. Up it. Yeah. Big grass there. Now I'm going to do a bit of fiddling here because I want to go back to watching you guys on YouTube to see if you're there. At the moment I've been watching my monitor. So I've got to put this down. Yeah. Oh, you've gone. Where are you? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll carry on. We'll see what happens. YouTube. Where are you? Doesn't matter. Get a good shot of my ear. Okay. Back. Let's get this zoomed back a bit. I'm sorry I can't see us there if anyone's sending messages, but I'm sure I'll get it all sorted out sooner or later. I don't know where YouTube went. I'll have one more look. Keyboard. There it is. It is there somewhere. Oh. Oh well. What do we got? Okay, that looks alright. They're a little bit dark back there. That's alright, as long as there's light in the middle. Leave it like that at the moment. Now, somebody asked about different shaped trees. I need to find a little, I know I've got one somewhere, a little brush. If you know basically what you want the tree to look like, you can make it up. let's make a sprawled out tree. Okay, we'll get one of those African looking trees. So I'll need to load the brush with dark. This is a little fine haired brush. And the tree, well, there's my eye level up there. So how high is it a tree going to be? Oh, a lot taller than me, yeah, up there. So the tree will go up to there if it's about there. I'm there, tree up there. African trees, what do they look like now? They go, I've seen in a lot of pictures, they sort of do this. Form a mountain, but that doesn't matter, we'll get a good mountain in the next one. And they do that. They seem to be, and I might as well clean my brush there because we need shadow. So the tree is going to be, it can even come down like that. This is just some African trees. I've noticed that they're shaped like a big umbrella. It's possibly because they're not growing very close together, so only some survive, and they have plenty of area to collect sunlight, so they sprawl out to collect as much sunlight as possible. That's my theory anyway. Okay, and up the side of the trunk you need a bit of colour, so let's just put a bit of light down one side. There. Now the foliage, this is the bit. You need dark and light. You just can't have all light foliage. You need dark and light. So we'll put the dark on first in this case. There. And you need to see through the tree sometimes. Some of that foliage is on this side and some's on the other side. We might as well make our mind up now with a few branches, and what's on the other side, you'll see on the other side of those branches. That branch there is rather prominent, we can't see it, so put this branch in good, more like that. Now on the trees there's always colour, so I've picked up some yellow there. I'm putting in a colour called phthalo green, which is a very, very bright green. And see that? It's so bright. Don't mix them completely, just put them together. So you've got all different tones, and clean the other side of the brush so there's not much on there. So it's all on this side of the brush and it's very bright. See, there's nothing on that side. It's very bright. And I need that to go on the top of the tree. I don't want any dark sticking through the top, so we'll put those colours on the top like that. And maybe one on this side, and leave that on the other side of the tree in there. So that could be it. That's finished, the tree. It's a different sort of tree. I'd put something down. Better not put a pine tree there because they don't have pine trees next to them. Okay, we'll put a little one in the background. Yes. Let's have a little one here. Up there. Stretches up to about there. That's the top. Up to there. Up to there. It's a big branch we'll cover over later. Now while that one's further away, it's duller, so let my brush get dirty in these. A bit of white from over there, so have some grubby colours here so they don't look so good. So bright there, and with this, let it get dirty there. And that should give me, in one dab, the tree. See, it's not as vibrant as that tree. Okay. Yeah. Well. I'd like to paint an elephant in there, but I can't. I don't know what they look like, really. And if I do one, it'll look like a little terrier, I'd say. Yeah. Okay, let's do some flowers. Flowers need to be, pick up some bright yellow. See, I've got some bright yellow on there. We'll put some red on there too. There's a little speck of red, a speck of green. There's another colour over there. I don't know what it is. All pretty colours. I'm going to make some flowers. The brush must be dark on one side, some more dark on one side, and light on the other. And that's going to make flowers. My palette's still over there. It looks a bit of a mess, but it's still happening. Flowers. Flowers must be tiny in the distance and big when they're near you. I'll show you. Just touch them on. Just get some little flowers happening in the distance. A few dark ones, I'll dab them out. I turn my brush up, so because it's coming off like that. Okay, here's some flowers. Dark, it attracts your eye too much. And a few here coming towards us. Now as they come towards me, I'm pushing the brush on harder, and that's giving me big flowers because they're near. Actually, this brush is running out of paint very quick. I'll try and get some in over here with the side of the brush. Oh, that's all right, they're regimented, 1, 2, 3, 4. The dark disappeared off the brush too quick, so I'll come back and put some dark in there. And the light disappeared too, so let's have some yellow here. You need it vibrant, right near your feet, down here, very vibrant. Little tiny flowers in the distance. Okay, here we won't have the same, but we'll have something to balance it. A few just there. Well, what's missing? Nothing, except a couple of birds. What sorts of birds do we have? Let's have one here. Look like a bird, but that'll do. Another one here. Yeah, I'm going to sign it. Now that signature didn't come out because my paint's dry, but it's there and I can colour it in later. But at least it's scratched into the wet paint, so it's very original. This is the best part of the painting. Taking the mask and top off. I enjoy this. And when I finish this, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm going to go in the other room and see if I can see you guys on YouTube. That's if anyone's there. If it's streamed properly. Just say hello if you want to. There we are. Well, that's a different little painting. Getting a bit hot here. The filming part of it. And then I'm going to turn it off from the other room and see if you guys are on YouTube.